Alright, hello. Welcome to my first stream with one useless arm. Yeah, so this is what it's gonna be like for a while. Slow games where you only need one hand, because for people who have, are not in the Discord, I had a bicycle crash. Yeah, I had been ignoring maintenance on my bike, and I had seen that the seat post was bending. But it seems pretty secure, so I decided to put it off, since going to the place to get it repaired or replaced would be a major trip. And clearly that was a mistake, because it broke while I was riding it at like 20 miles per hour, and I dislocated my elbow. So now my right arm is basically useless and in a cast. Yeah, not fun. How's the voice volume, by the way? The audio was all weird for some reason. I don't know why it was acting up, why it was so loud before. I adjusted, and hopefully it should be a more tolerable volume. Voice is kind of low, okay. Yeah, I'm actually going to turn the music down a little bit, because my voice is, regular speaking voice is right at the top of yellow right now, so alright. So, Ace Attorney Lawyer Simulator. I'm playing this both because, it's fun, but also because I can play it slowly with one hand. So, we have finished the first Turnabout Sisters. Now we're on to Turnabout Samurai. Day 1 investigation. I don't recall starting this one. Gra, you have disgraced me for the last time, Steel Samurai. The pale moon in the sky cries for your blood. The moon? No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon. For it will be the last moon you will ever see. See you in hell, evil magistrate. Various fighting noises. The warriors' swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. October 14th, 5:31 p.m., Wright and Company Law Offices. Ugh. Okay, I've forgotten all my controls. So, escape for options, tab for court record. Ow. Oh, and not only is my right arm in a cast and mostly useless, my left arm has muscle pain, so everything hurts. Maya, that's your name. It's been a while. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate. Whoa, stop waving that broom around. Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17, see? I'm a teen, not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Then watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I'm really worried about kids these days. Gramps. Well, the Steel Samurai is over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I going to pay the rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. October 16th, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Oop. Hello? This is Phoenix. Nick! Maya? What? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested! Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes! They're saying the Steel Samurai killed a villain! Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV! Yeah, on TV. No, I mean, he actually did it in real life. He skewered a villain with a samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick. Please, Nick. Ugh. October 16, 9:22 a.m. Wright and Company law offices. Ugh, itchy cast. Ugh, I hate it. Itch. Trying to crane my arm so I can get underneath there. Sort of got it. Maya's here, watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers, huh? Let's see what kind of pun that turns out to be. Was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. Surely Jack Hammer is from Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. Samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was a murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No, it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Oh yes, it's her pink cell phone. Yes, Wright & Co. law offices. What? Nick! It's the Steel Samurai! What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go? Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So, I've decided this will be our first case. Okay, sure, examine things. Okay. Anything to observe today? It's a nice day outside. Hotel across the way is always full these days. There's the bellboy happily cleaning the room. The plant. Maya's favorite potted plant. Mia. Maya's been watering it, so it looks a little... so much lately, it looks a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow, or she's perfecting her water torture technique. Poster of an old movie that Mia liked. I was thinking I should go see it myself. Then I realized that the poster doesn't actually say the title of the movie. Mia's desk. Actually, it's my desk now. Sitting here always makes me feel like a professional. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is the thought that I have to read all of these now. Okay. So, tell me more. Okay, what to do? Well, what should we do? What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Does she want to investigate the case or just do some sightseeing, I wonder? Money's on sightseeing. Any ideas? You don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened. No, we just don't have enough information. Okay. I guess we will move to the detention center, where the same guard is there. October 16th, detention center, visitors room. What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him. Will Powers. Are you psychic by any chance? That is a thing in this universe. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. But he definitely did it. Murder. At least once. Maybe twice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you saying? Yes? Something wrong? No. This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh, no. Oh, no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. Mask, okay, that's probably important. It's the kids, you know. I don't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I don't know what they think of the Steel Samurai now. He starts crying. Nick. What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. Okay. Anything new? Smile for the camera, right. Guard as usual. Same guard as always. Seems frozen in awe of Will Powers. Okay. Alright, let's talk. Tell me what happened. Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 a.m. that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 o'clock came around and the staff gathered at the studio... I'm up. The evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with a samurai spear. A samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon. Okay. Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is? Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate, although... I guess he did defeat him this time. Starts crying again. I see. Neo-Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Okay, and your alibi. Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9 o'clock, so before shooting. We worked through some action scenes until noon. The rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero. What will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick, let's go! I'm willing to bet 10 bucks she asks for autographs. Okay. Back. Do I have any inventory? No, just my attorney's badge. Here. I see. Let me guess, this guy wasn't the top student in the improv class. Okay. So, to the studio, I guess. Ooh, main gate. Okay. Global Studios main gate. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome! Aren't you excited? Hey, you there! Old. It's Security Officer Old Bag. You want in, you gotta go through me. Sorry. We're lawyers. Oh, yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists! I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youths today. Something horrible happens and, oh, yeah. Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Hey! Listen when you're being spoken to. Youths today. Okay. Stomping around the main entrance to the studio. There's a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. Van. It's like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. Okay. There's the security office. A computer that runs the studio security cameras. Excellent. Hey, no touching! Okay. Okay. Missing anything? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Talk. The studios. So, what do you do here at the studios? Which is security. At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true, says Miss Oldbag. In fact, in my younger days... No, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Well, wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know? But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then, too. He was... Hammer? The victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Okay. Tell me about Will Powers. He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. Why are you suspicious? I was standing right here yesterday, I was here from 1 in the morning to, in the afternoon to 5 p.m. when they found the body. Now, the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to get passed by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. And Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Okay. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if only you knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Should I have heard of that? But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Power's request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll just let you in. This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously. Okay, I don't have a letter of request. I do have an attorney badge, but you already know I'm an attorney. What's that? You giving that to me? Absolutely not. Okay. Alright. Back to the detention center, I guess. To get a letter of request. Hello, how was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Okay. Talk. Your alibi. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Earlier you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know. I'm sorry. But I swear to you on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security later only thought she saw me? What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. Okay, about the security guard at the main gate of the studio. Oh, the security lady? She's terrible! She called me suspicious looking! Yes, actually, she's said the same thing to me before. Take off that... Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up all the bigwigs. Sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once, and she'll never let up on you. She's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course. Okay. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Okay. Alright. Back to the studio. Alright. Letter of request. Ma'am, I have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. Okay. To think he would entrust his fate to youths of such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass, but only left from here, towards the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Oh, great. Hey, Nick. Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Okay. Hey, not bad. Okay. So we're at the main gate. Dressing room and employee area is over there. Then a regular gate in Studio 1 and 2. Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents! Guide map of Global Studios added to court record. Okay. Alright, Outside Studio 1. That's the only place I can go right now. The heck is that? Alrighty. Hey! Aren't you that murderer from the other day? No, Gumshoe. I was acquitted. Ah, it's that confused detective. Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all set, and it's your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. That's what the bird sounds. So? Hey! If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this case too, pal. Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, all right. Okay. What am I looking at here? Down to tree? Detective Gumshoe, what's down the path to the left? Looks like a tree fell down over the path. Oh yeah, that way is kind of dangerous. You should stay out, pal. There's nothing down there anyway. That's where the Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now, though. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. Took that tree down with it, too. Interesting. There's a security camera at this gate. Hey, there's a camera here. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera. ST1307. That must be the camera ID number. Okay. Bench. I'm in a little bush. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Well, yeah, but... Hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal. Let's see. Nothing in the trash can. There's a big welcome sign above the path. Yeah, apparently the studio's fallen on tough times. They've started letting people in on days they aren't filming. They make a bit of extra money by charging for admission. Huh. You sure you know a lot about this place, detective? You know, you could always quit being a detective and work here. Yeah, and what a perfect timing with the studio mascot down for the count. Huh? Just what's that supposed to mean, pal? So there's Studio 1. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Let's see. Okay. What do you have to say? Tell me about the investigation. So, how's your investigation going, detective? Well, it's... Hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions? Right, so, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report, the latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Okay, so I got a copy of the autopsy report. Time of death, okay, at 2:30. So that is when the security lady says she saw someone moving. Okay. Reason for arrest. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went into the studio between 1 and 2:30. That person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. Okay, tell me about the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady. What a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said. She's a sucker for authority. Right. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? What is this evidence? What kind of evidence? Well, that photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading toward the scene of the crime. You said the Steel Samurai, not Will Powers. What? Who took that? The security camera, of course. See the camera up on that gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah. Whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no! Nick, he has evidence. We're finished! Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues that I haven't already found. Glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. Okay. Alright, so you got a photo. Okay, that was ST... That was, 307. Now then, let's take a look at the map. Ugh. Okay, so the security office is, by the gate, is where the cameras are monitored, so I'll have to go there for that photo. For now, let's go to, yeah, let's go do that now before we head to the, Nick, look! That security lady is in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough that she doesn't need teeth to choose them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Okay. Photographic proof. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk to the detective himself. These things are important, you know? Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. Okay. About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through the gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently it records the time when it takes a picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over there in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. Okay. Tell me more about Mr. Hammer. Was he a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was? Past tense? Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He's shown the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate. It's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard. Who can blame him? This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Except between Studio 1 and 2. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1 o'clock. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one that did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you? Good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Okay. Can I examine the computers? Computer that run? No. Hold on, there was something... Okay. Security guard station. That security lady must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk there. You can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Okay, so I can't currently get access to the security office. Alright. 2 outside Studio 1. No, the employee area, I guess. I thought that was supposed to be off limits to me. Okay. October 16th, Global Studios employee area. Nick, this is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look, there's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. Okay. So I am here, the other direction from Studio 1. Well, from both studios. Alright. This looks like it was taped on recently. Let's see. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to have a star and have your own room like this. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. Interesting. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh, it's so normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Wait, look. Samurai soda. Nick, try this. Ladies first. Trash can. Tables. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? The door to the dressing room. It's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir? What do you mean, find? You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear. We don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. Okay. Cue. Slide. Okay, so there's only 2 positions. Lots of bones. I guess they were like eating ribs or something. Remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? Ooh, that vent is open. Cola, forklift, boxes. This will be one of the backgrounds. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo-Old Tokyo Castle. Alright, bicycle. It's like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? Makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? I cycle to commute. And now I'm paying for it because I only have one workable arm. Because I crashed. Because I ignored the maintenance. Okay. E-bike. The grate that used to cover the drain. It's a little bent. I don't think that it would fit if I tried to put it back on. The metal grate on the drain has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through here, I bet. Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid. You are what? You said you are 17. You are a kid. Okay. Great. Okay. Back. And let's move to the dressing room. All right. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping? Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth, for his sake. Alright. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. You must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets. How many stomachs does this girl have? Maybe she's a ruminant. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. These must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. Mirror. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I See, my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Ooh, this is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on. No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I, kinda like samurai movies? Kinda. Okay. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee card key. That must be Powers'. It says Studio 1. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow. Okay, so now I can get into Studio 1. Anything else? I wonder what else is inside Powers' bag. Stop that! My partner, the thief in training. Okay. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take that nap here yesterday. Here's the window. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it is kind of dusty outside. Okay. Drawers, 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 drawers. Alright, that looks like everything here right now. Back to the employee area. Then to the main gate. Then to outside Studio 1. Do I have anything worth showing him? No. Okay. Let's go to... How do I use the card key? The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened! Alright, we're in! She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Okay. Now, we can go inside Studio 1. Alrighty. October 16th, Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. The steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Okay. Examine. The outline where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. Guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. Guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone. A real live megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more trouble than I thought. Okay, So, interesting thing. Rehearsal wasn't until 5. So, question, why was he in costume? And the lack of bloodstains suggests that he might have actually been killed elsewhere. And then the body moved here. Which... the only place that wouldn't... well, you could just go to the left of the gate, but within the logic of the game, I think, the only place that could have happened would be Studio 2. Ladder. Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl's out there. I'm pretty sure that's, too big to be a stepladder. Let's see. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you! No touching that! Sorry. My partner's kind of, you know... You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. Okay. Anything more to examine before I... Camera... Okay, that's the same as before. Background. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show. Of course, that's the mountain. Neo Fujiyama. Doesn't the Steel Samurai take place in old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not old Tokyo, Nick. Neo old Tokyo. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, I clicked off. What's this? That's a reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during filming. Huh. What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment? Well, lighting is fine, but I want to be the director. Or maybe the Steel Samurai. I think she's being serious. Okay. So let's talk to Penny. Tell me about the day of the crime. Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. Let's see, so security lady was back there while they were practicing. The morning we went through the action sequences in the employee area. Okay, so they did their training in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. Ugh. So itchy. Eh. Ouch. The employee area. That's where Mr. Powers' dressing room, isn't it? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Okay, tell me about Will Powers. Do you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of a girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. WP... She's already calling him WP. Was the only one who came to the studio. And he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue! A lead! Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? Mouse. No, I don't think so. Itch. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't the security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Okay, tell me about sensing someone. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about the security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Okay. Anything worth showing? Do you have anything to say about the map? Any thoughts about this? Sorry, I don't really want to think too much about what happened just yet. Alright. Okay, let's go outside Studio 1 and go to the main gate. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Okay. Talk. Assistance claim. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. We wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you weren't watching the whole time? Man? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Yeek. Alright, you better tell me, and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We're just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. Her! She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that nowadays. Running... yes. Ooh, she left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. Okay. Computer. The computer that runs the studio's security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo with Powers on with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Yes. I want to see this photo. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 o'clock. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Okay. 307, I think. There. Entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. In costume. Facing away. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I can imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15, 2 p.m., photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day? Nope, that's the only one in the computer. So there might be another photo that was deleted. And Gumshoe seems to be pretty happy with it. So, maybe he got a different photo. Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, we done for today? I think this photo is what we need for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady? To be continued. Okay, saving. Yes. Alrighty. Back. And onward. October 18th, District Court, Courtroom number 4. It's Edgeworth again. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. No. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Okay. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir, I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run through their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to get to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. But everybody was over in the employee area for lunch. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that, there are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production's assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. Production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Itch. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. Dang it, my sling's getting all caught up in the tangled in my chair arm. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? Listen again. Can I cross-examine? I should have known it would be you, pal. Fine. Once more from the mentally challenged lawyer. Yeah. Live it up while you can, Gumshoe. Okay. Is there a way to, I guess I'm not cross-referencing. Okay. So everybody was over here during lunch. Main gate. What are my options? That's just that. Court record. Okay, I think I can just skip through the rest of this. The victim went to Studio 1, and after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got the guard station. Jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. Production staff came. Okay. Okay. Go on. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, What did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Miss Oldbag. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Ugh. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be so embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Wedgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. Chess club. Called me an old bag. You're objecting to your own witness. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection is sustained. The witness will refrain from babbling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony? Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one heck of an old bag. Okay. Testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I, well, had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. Hold on, what was the time? Okay, so if this is what she saw... You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Okay. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Okay, hold on a second. You were there for lunch. So up until that time, anyone who wanted could go into the studio? Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee key card to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is that no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Not that way. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I, well, had some errands to run that morning. Those being? What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know? Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always! Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. It was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. Any further information? Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. And there should be a photo of him, right? Tell us what happened next. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Okay, any further information? So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second? Of course! I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper whapper. Snipper whapper? Old windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the whole afternoon, the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? How do you know this? How did you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Poor Detective Gunshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. Interesting to me because a certain man... Okay, so keep pressing. 2 o'clock, you're sure? Sure as spit. How sure is that? Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, the man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. How did you know that? So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny? Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. Nick? Doesn't she seem like she's enjoying this a little too much? Windbags love gossiping about other people's misfortunes. Can't she get her kicks somewhere else? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Okay. Morning. Murder happened at 2:30 p.m. Okay. 2 p.m. That be this? Hold on, how do I present this? Let me get this straight, old bag. Mrs. Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, this is the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? So you didn't see him. You saw someone in the Steel Samurai costume. Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder? True, Mr. Powers does play the role of Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this queue is accusing you of that, witness. Is having trouble calling your old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Ugh. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. Okay, witness testimony. Man in the photo. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he had sprained his ankle? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Never. Whippersnapper? Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. You today. Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has hit his match. During the run through the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. Why did he trip and fall? Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. You kissed his ankle? Look, let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up the backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Tell me about that broken prop. He broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear. A samurai spear? A murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. It strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. Okay. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Hold on one second. Let me look at this photo. Check. It has something on it, but the photo's black and white, so I can't tell if it's like duct tape or something. Doesn't really look like the same spear to me. Like, I don't see the little knob at the end. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me, which is, where is the Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. You sure you're sure, Your Honor? Let's try objecting. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? Also, critical information. Will's key card was in his bag in his dressing room. So, how did he get into the studio? No need to ask twice. Oh boy. Okay. Witness's testimony. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The time before Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True, yes. The only person I saw go before that was Will Powers. Okay, Chris. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. You just had a qualifier on there. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1 p.m.? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Okay, but you were off watching the Steel Samurai. In the rehearsal. Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy? Ugh. Old Windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? Okay. Let's see. Let's see. There's press on everything, I guess. Gave donuts to the young detective, and then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything. Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. Okay. Let's see. Let's review these. Maybe the key card? Everyone was in the employee area. Locked the main gate so no one could get in. Okay. What if I present the key card? Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? This sounds generic. I don't see anything contradictory. Okay. Objection overruled. Okay. So... Whoops, that didn't go so well. Okay, hold on. No one else went there. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. Hold on. Can I save mid-thing? Yes. Okay. Hold on, this says photo number 2. So what if I present this? Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate of the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right, anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words, October 15, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that means it was 2 p.m. on October 15. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says, photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? I mean, presumably the other photo would have been, Jack, but... Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only one data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself. Eh? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help. Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Somehow you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Mrs. Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Well, yes, I suppose we could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. The other person. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Convenient. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. What do you say to this? Another job? That's right. I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes. Do you back up all the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. So no. Throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part. This is a murder trial, Mr. Oldbag. Well, I didn't want to touch that suspicious-looking I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers' photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Okay, tell me more about this photo. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? Wrong button. A fanboy. A fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Well, wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? Yes, we noticed that. I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So, on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Oh, order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studio that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right! As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick? What's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Or a witness. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. No forgetting vital information this time. Okay. Ugh. Defendant lobby number 3. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick? What are we going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. Not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. Huh. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Okay, court will now convene. The trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went through the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed the crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. Really, doesn't it? If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great, as if the stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? Okay. Options. I'm gonna save. I think I can override this one. Okay. So, we haven't touched on the assistant at all, but there's no evidence that she was around. The security lady, we don't have anything specific placing her, but we know that she deletes photos, so... That seems like our best bet. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldback. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Old Bag. Well, what? Whippersnapper! Order, order. Is this true, Old Bag? Old Bag? That's Mrs. Old Bag to you. Miss Old Bag was standing guard at the gate, alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Well, why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to, take this the whole way? Okay, let me save. I am save scumming, yes, but, okay, actually, new slot. Back. Okay. Press further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Mrs. Old Bag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute! What about the other person who went through the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased! He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter! When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Gonna drink some water. Huh. Breathing with her shoulders. Oh, is it because he... or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day, whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? Indeed? Let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have the proof that shows the boy could not have committed the murder? I mean, yes, we've talked about this. It's heavy. Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. The very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for the day today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy... What was her name? Windy Old Bag. Okay. Something Old Bag, Your Honor. Now, the prosecution will look further into this Old Bag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. Alrighty. Well, wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? Huh? I mean, it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify! My lips were sealed. Alright. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why do you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, you cross-examination. Okay. So you're told not to talk. That's right, by the studio and TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. They were some other people at the studios that day of the murder. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? It was a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... continue cross-examination. So they had nothing to do with it, see? Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So you got your bonus and you still talked. Okay. There's no more relevant information. You want me to just pretend they hadn't been there that day? Okay. So they were actually in the studio. Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came. Rumble. I'll kill this woman, I swear it. I feel sorry for Edgeworth. Almost. She really left him hanging on this one. As much information as we can. Did I already do this one? Them? Who were these people? The director and the producer, for starters. Okay, we already got that. Okay. Studio 2 trailer. Okay. Guide map, right. I think that's everything I need to ask. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and, some bigwigs were all present. Yet as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people who have just been told. We have just been told of. Ugh. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Ugh. Okay. 1:04 p.m. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really? It's nothing. Grin. Or should I... We'll be going to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. One second while I adjust my table. Alright. Ugh. The screen is so high now. Okay. That's better. Sort of. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been the old windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Sniff. To be continued. Alrighty. Yeah, save progress. Okay. I'm happy with giving this the main slot. Ugh. Alrighty, back. Wright and Company law offices. Phew, what a day. This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people who we found out about in today's trial. The director and the producer? Yeah, them. Well, what are we doing here, then? Let's go to the studios. Alrighty. Ugh. Any ideas, I guess? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. It's exactly the same thing you said yesterday. Just a minute, you don't have a clue what happened. There's not enough information. Alright. Do you have anything to say about, like, stuff here? I wish I had my own steel samurai spear. You'd be my own personal pincushion, Nick. Me? Why me? Okay. Sorry, I don't know how this will help us figure this out. You know, what if this really was Mr. Powers? Yeah, it's hard to say. We don't really know anyone else it could be. I seriously doubt it was that old windbag. So Mr. Powers is lying? He really doesn't seem the type, does he? Curiouser and curiouser. Hey, you still have that. Great. Well, we couldn't get into the scene of the murder without it. And its owner isn't missing it in his detention cell. Poor old WP. Let's see. Sorry, I don't know how this will help us figure this out. What if I show you my lawyer badge? Hey, see this? You really like showing that off, don't you, Nick? Fair enough. Alright, move to the studio main gate. Alrighty. There's Mrs. Oldbag here. Windy Old Bag. No one's here. Right, now that they have Miss Oldbag in custody, I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Hey, in the guard station. Look, she left her donuts. What? I wasn't going to eat them. Okay. Anything new on the computer? Computer that runs the studio security cameras. Huh? Looks like it's been turned off for the day. Okay, so no security. Overhead map of studios. Right. Gate. Main entrance to the studios. They probably have a police officer on patrol out there. Van. Okay. Let's swing by the employee area real quick, see if there's anything changed there. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey! Hi, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh? Oh, don't mention it. Is it true they caught the security lady? Oh. Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh? Oh! Well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry about yourself about. You're right, I won't. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right, see you later then. Good luck with your investigation. Okay. So, re-examine things. Fanboy they were talking about in the trial today. He came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy wouldn't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that was the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him, though. Don't you? What, you want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Whoa, she's serious? Uh-oh. You know what? Yeah, if he comes back, we can talk to him. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes. Hey-ya! There. That should make the kids happy. The things we do. Okay. The drain grate is off, and I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that? Must be nice to live so free of guilt. I mean, we did get her acquitted, so I guess it's thanks to us that she is so free of guilt. Alrighty. It's half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Castle. The bike. Ladder. They still haven't cleaned up lunch. Let's put a storage room. Already did that. Oh, Samurai Soda's sold out today. Interesting. Let's see. Wait a minute. What did that say? Must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. Steal? But we did take that card key. We borrowed that. There's a difference. Okay. Back and move. to the dressing room. This is where the steel samurai costume was on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. Guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Huh, she's got a point. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. Wait, Nick! Yeah, was he given a sleeping pill? Well, what now? These snacks, they've passed the expiration date. Then don't eat them. They're snacks. They're meant to be eaten. Okay, that didn't help. Mr. Powers is back. I wonder what's inside. Hey! Supermarket tabloids? Wow, I'm kind of shocked. Maya, leave those alone. Wolfmen found on Mars? I'll have to buy that issue. There's an array of cosmetics. That wig was in some old TV show. Samurai Boogie Woogie, Nick. Get with the picture. Okay, hold on a second. Will was not an old-time samurai actor. I don't think. But Jack was. Look, explain to me how you can identify a show just by a wig. Kind of like sound. Yeah. They always have mirrors. I mean, they would track if this used to be Jack's room. It's locked. Let's see. Am I missing anything? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Let's go back to the employee area. Then back to the main gate. Oh, hello. Ho-ho, you look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. Let's see. Can you tell me about some stuff? Let's start with this. Can you take a look at this? That's Mr. Powers. Why is he dragging his leg like that? What is this, anyway? Looks like she didn't know about this photo or the injury that morning. Never mind. Okay. Guide map. Not really sure what that is. Sorry. Tell me about the spear. Say, you work with the props, right? About that murder weapon. You mean the samurai spear? Yeah, it's a prop, but it's still pretty heavy. I hate having to carry that thing around. So you'd have to be pretty strong to use that as a weapon, it sounds like. Why is Mr. Powers the only person I can think of? Okay. Tell me about keycards. Wow, they give a lawyer one of those keycards? Well, I'm sort of borrowing it. I see. You better be careful not to lose that. They're very strict about those card keys here. I guess they're pretty good about keeping these out of outsiders' hands. Thanks, I'll be careful. Okay. Do you have anything else to say? Ah, many things. The studios. So, how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere, and it's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with steak bones left over on them from the employee area? Yeah, can you believe it? Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one particular in a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. I heard something at the trial today. They said the director and producer were here the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved the studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. Producer, huh? Okay. Alright. Let's go outside Studio 1. Okay. Don't bump the mic. Hey, Nick. Looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion in today's trial. Drink some water. Throat's getting sore. I might have to call it soon. I don't want to push myself too far. Short stream, but that's alright, I think. We're making good progress. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with a fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. Okay. Go outside Studio 2. There's another gate back here. This place is deserted. Crash. Eek! Nick, what was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. Not sure we should be barging in. Huh, it's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate. Then what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it. If they'll let us. Okay, let's have a look around. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Bent. Bent. You know, hold on. That is basically the same shape as those fence posts. Too much reading? Yeah. Oh, hey, I haven't looked at the profiles. Alright. My FA, age 17, currently training to become a spirit medium. Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Detective Gumshoe, age 30. Will Powers, the defendant, action star who plays the title role in the Steel Samurai TV show. Security lady, age nobody knows. Jack Hammer, age 37. Victim, former big-name action star, played the role of the evil magistrate. Penny, age 18. Penny Nichols, assistant at the Global Studios, in charge of large props and set pieces. Okay. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. What is it with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place. What? I don't know. It just feels odd. Well, unlike the employee area, these places appear to have been cleaned up. Oh yeah, look at the door. Trailer door is locked. The key is probably in the security guard station. I doubt they'd let us borrow it. Yeah, the plates are, there's no bones. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Seriously? Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? Let's see. So this is not a key card door. What else am I missing? Windows. Is it just these two spots? Yeah. I guess we'll go and ask the security. Like, Penny? Talk. No, can't do that. Examine. Security office? Security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. I really want the key to that trailer. Maybe next time. So I can't get into the trailer right now. Slide. No sign of the fanboy right now. Main gate. Outside Studio 1. Let's check out inside Studio 1. Anything new? I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it is a murder scene. I want to go someplace else. Nick? Okay, let me do a quick look around. The outline where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Ugh. Let me adjust my cast. It's cutting into my arm. Alright. Expect the spear stabbing to leave at least a few bloodstains. Right. It wasn't the spear at all. It was that fence. I'm sure of it. Step ladder. This all looks as it did before. Recording me on the camera. Reflecting light. Director's chair. Megaphone. Scratch my itch. Itching is the bane of your existence when you have a cast. Okay, nothing new here. Back outside Studio 1. Then outside Studio 2. Having a cast during this case is very fitting. But it's the wrong kind of cast. There's a big 2 painted here. Probably because this is Studio 2. Probably, though it doesn't look anything like a studio. Let's see. Not sure what to do from here. Because I don't have the key to this trailer. And it's being guarded. If Penny was called away somewhere else, then I could get into the security studio. Or security office. But she's here right now. I don't have anything new to show her. Could go back to the law offices, because I can ask for hints there. Talk. What to do. What do you think we should do? What do I... Huh? Why don't we do what you just said? We gotta get the scoop on this director and producer. Oh, right. Then there's no point in hanging out here. That's what I've been saying! Let's get to these studios pronto. Okay, so that hint is not terribly useful right now. To the main gate. Employee area. Anything useful there? No. This all seems to be as it was. What do you mean maybe next time? When is next time? Let's see. I guess I could have grabbed it when I first showed up, but that is no longer an option. Not unless I can lure her elsewhere. If I show her my badge. Not really sure what that is. Sorry. Okay. So, director. Prop storage room. Studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. I guess I could talk to him. Oh, Mr. Wright, thank you for earlier. Not at all. We got lucky, to tell the truth. You can say that again. Let's not. So, WP, do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction? Sorry, but no. Ugh. Do you know why people say break a leg to someone auditioning for acting? Let's see. I think it's a suspicion about good wishes being bad luck. So, in order to actually grant someone good luck, you wish for something bad to happen to them. I think that's the deal there. Be sure not to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter. Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small. We can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow. Yes. Let's see. Probably nothing new in here. Smile for the camera. Do fanboys sneak into the studio often? No, not that I know of. That's the security lady's pretty strict with them. But in today's testimony, didn't she say they were often hanging around? The kids really, really love Steel Samurai. Shifty says, what I heard is much simpler. It's so that they get in the cast? I think that might just be a pun that someone on social media was making. Man, this cast sucks. Ugh. And I'm in it until the 13th, at least. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess. Tell me about the director, but not the producer, apparently. Was the director present at the morning run-through? Yes, he was. He was just directing how the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate should move. Why didn't you tell us that before? Well, just the studio asked us to keep it quiet. That has nothing to do with this. I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here is a newbie lawyer, fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's going to lose big. I see. Sniff. Whose side is she on? You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you? No, I sure hope not. Okay. Let's show you some things, then. Key card. You found this card key in your dressing room. Oh, that's mine, yes. Can people outside the studios get these cards? I don't think so. Even I have to return the card. Once the show's done filming, that is. Huh. Regarding this photograph. Yes? Is this really, truly, absolutely isn't you, right? Right. I was sleeping in my dressing room the whole time, honest. But who else could have worn it? Your costume was in your dressing room? Yes. I guess they snuck in and took it while I was asleep. But who? Anything to say about the map? Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. I wish I could think of some way I could help you. Sorry. And talk about the spear. Regarding the murder weapon. Yes? Is it heavy, that spear? It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think the average person would be able to swing it around effectively. And that's the spear that broke or something during the morning run-through? Oh yes, I goofed on a round kick, you see. I broke the spear. Security lady fixed it for me right away, though. With duct tape, we heard. Okay. Alright, no more avenues here at the moment. Let's go back to the studio, I suppose. Penny's still here. See a mascot. Why didn't they put his head back on? Maybe we should ask that assistant. I'm not sure we really want her fixing anything. You'd probably need a crane to move that thing. Probably so. But that would get her away from here. In the trial, they said Studio 2 was down this path. The monkey's head is in the way, but we should be able to get by it without a problem. This monkey head is real heavy. Well, it did knock that tree over when it fell. Both of these, the monkey, head and the tree fell the day of the murder, didn't they? Yeah, that's what Detective Gumshoe said. Interesting. I'm bushed. Maybe I'll sit down here for a bit. This is exactly why I don't want to get old, ever. Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired. Nick, when you start having to say, I'm still young, you know it's all over. Isn't he like 24? But I am still young. Like, I'm older than he is. That's the security camera that automatically takes pictures of people here. Took 2 pictures on the day of the murder, before the actual time of death. One of them was the Steel Samurai, the other was a schoolboy. Doesn't seem to be switched on today. Great. Studio 1. Studio main gate. Can't talk about that. I'm gonna have to look up what to do next. I'm kind of stuck. Outside Studio 2, because I don't have the key, and I can't get the key. Unless there's some weird thing that I'm missing here somewhere. Those are pretty sharp, yes. That's locked. That's locked. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Turnabout trailer key. Key. Oh, go back to the dressing room? Main gate. Move. Employee area. Move. Dressing room. Okay. I've already been in here, but apparently there's someone new here. Whoops! Who are Jew dudes? Lamau. Huh? It's that guy from Dave the Diver, who makes guns. Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever, 14 MRs. I think that's lamers? How can Jew not know the great salmonella? Salmonella. Chief cause of food poisoning, I take it. Let's see. Hat. I make delete shows. The Steel Samurai, mine. Read the film credits. Really? You're the Salmonella? I'm so sorry. You look so sorry. No, quite all right, really. It's fine, Raffle. What is it? You know, on closer inspection... yeah. Hot. Oi, stop drooling over a 17-year-old. Hey, did you do a lot of cosplay? Because that costume rocksers. Rocksores? What? Hey, you're drooling. Huh? Lol. Buffer overrun. You've triggered my creative powers. Yes, it's coming to me. Pink Princess. The sequel to Steel Samurai. Pink Princess. Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. Oh no. Raffle Lamau. Pink Princess? Why's it gotta be Little Old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo? Maya, we really need to talk about cool. Okay. Talk to you. What are you doing here? Where were you the day of the crime? Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? Oh, I know who you dudes are. That security lady told you about us, eh? That's right. It was a pretty regular day. We had to run through for an action scene in the morning. You're looking kind of shifty there. And a meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. Okay, so that's 2 plates, so that means that the other one is presumably Jack's. A T-bone steak, was it? Yeah, sucksers. I hate missing out on food. Nick, what does sucksores mean? No idea. Anyway, I was in a meeting from noon until after 4. With the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. He's telling the truth, the meeting gives him an alibi. Tell me about the producer. Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary, though. Sweats. Like, even harder, I guess. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time. The bigwigs. Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning? Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension. Sweat. Were all of them with you the entire time? Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Scowl. Sounds like they'd be all be reliable witnesses. Okay. Tell me what you think of these things. This is WP, right? How do you know? Well, look, he's obviously dragging his foot. Wait a minute, how did... Oh, yeah, you were present at the, accident. Oh, right, the director would know about the injury. He was there. Okay. I try not to pay attention to things that don't interest me, lol. Why are you staring at me like that? Indeed. Unfortunately, this spear isn't in my inventory. I can just ask him about it, not threaten him with it. Okay. Not interested in the spear. What about the key card? Yep. Behold my lawyer badge. Nope. He will not behold my lawyer badge. Okay. So what are you doing in here? There's a bunch of snacks on the table. Hey, Nick! Well, what now? The snacks! There was twice this much here before. I ate them. They were past their expiration date anyway. Raffle. She's biting her lip and staring at me with tears welling in her eyes. Why do we get non-expired snacks later? Okay, that's all I can get from him right now, I think. Also, this music is annoying me. He does not deserve this music. Oh no, it's you again. Aha! You again! Eek! How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost. You certainly got back to your post quickly. Oh, the police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare steel samurai costume. Told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that? Mr. Powers is pretty tall. As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go. I guess that would rule out her being the murderer. Anyway, know this, whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets a slight or insult. And you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed. You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips. Starting now. 1, 2, 3. This lady's too much. The fanboy. I'm about the kid you said you saw. Your lips didn't stay sealed very long. If I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious. Director it out. If I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick, I think she's losing it. Okay. I have a feeling she's not going to respond well to anything I show her now. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I saw something about... Yes, you. Hey! You do not look happy to be here. Hey, wait! I bet he came in right through that drain. Hey, Kiddio, what's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Huh? But you are a kid. You are 17. What a rude little brat. That's no way to talk to an adult. Quote unquote adult. I don't see no adults here. Hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. Gotta hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad. I'm Cody Hawkins. Call me Kiddio again and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer. Okay. Tell me about the Steel Samurai. So you're a fan of the show? How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai's side. Ha! You can't fool me. Oh, he can't get his sword out of his sheath. Okay, then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Ha! Easy. Like some fries with that? Not bad, Kiddio. Watch it. What are they doing? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything? He always, the Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you losers. What? Wait, let me go. He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting here, I wonder? Sleeping pills. Okay. Sleeping pills. That presumably went into Will's lunch. Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything. Okay. Great again. The drain where the fanboy came in. He didn't waste any time coming in either. Talk about cause and effect. Alrighty. Let's see. Is the creepy guy still here? Yes. What if I show you this? How do you react? Okay, indifferent. Back to the employee area. And back to the main gate. Huh? Where's that old windbag? Odd of her to leave her post. She's probably chasing Cody. Huh? Hey! Nick, that was her. Stop! Whippersnapper! Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy. Nash! Uh-oh, she tripped. Maya sure looks happy. Okay. Quick, get the key, get the key, get the key. Hey, Nick. Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh! This is it, Nick. The trailer key. The key that to that trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? Okay. Trailer key. Slipped into pocket. Okay. Anything else? Security guard station. This old bag must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk there. Okay. To the area outside Studio 1. And now to the area of outside Studio 2. Let's take a look. Over here. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened. Great, let's go, Nick. She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. Ah, not that eager. All right. Trailer. All right. So, bunch of movies. We got The Singing Samurai, Samurai Summer, and Dynamite Samurai. Dynamite Samurai, that's an old one, so... Oh no, you must be the producer. Eek! Someone's in here. Names. Names? We're WP's lawyers, and, I see. And who might you? Dee Vasquez, the producer. Dee Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. I don't like her. Let's see. Day of the crime. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. Script? The Steel Samurai episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. I'm getting nowhere fast. We really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez? It's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her. Hey, don't get mad at me. About the director, Sal Manella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick, are all people in the entertainment business this weird? It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? You see Manila, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. All right, we'll give it to him if we see him. Okay. Bring me the script for episode 13. Okay, examine. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. Poster's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It's one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse. Another old movie poster, The Singing Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. What the hell does samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my god. That movie was the best. It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing Samurai stars. What next? Ninja ballet. I want to see that, actually. Let's see. The glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. 5 chairs. This is where they had that meeting. And documents and paper cups scattered around. Waste basket. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Paper cups, crumpled documents. Okay, I guess I have to go and talk to Sal. Outside Studio 2. Outside Studio 1. Main gate. Employee area. And dressing room. Yo. Here. I got this from the producer. Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13? Episode 13. Where did I put that one? Must have left it somewhere. Sweats. Uh-oh. If I don't find it. Nick. Might be quicker to just look in all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. Okay. Well, he's been here. Nothing new. Employee area. Not over there. Main gate. Studio 1? We're back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need and get out of here quick, Nick. Okay. Examine. Director's chair? Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. Always want to sit in these. Director. Maya, take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he left it somewhere? Aha! Found it, Nick. The script. Good work. Okay. Script placed in pocket. Okay. Let's go to the producer, I guess. Move. Outside studio. No. Outside studio 2. And into the trailer. Alright, here's your script. Here, we found it. Your script. Script handed to D. Vasquez. You're not going to talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just you hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyway? And do you even know who we are? Powers lawyers. Right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just, well, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder? Yes. Anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon? Yes, with the director and the people from the studio, their network. Correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio 1. Okay. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? What do you make of this? I'm not interested. What about this photo? Do you have any insights on that? Not interested. Okay. The blocked path. On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head? Oh, right, that. What an original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3 p.m. Okay, so after the murder... That complicates my theory that he fell on that fence post. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer. Stuck until after 4 o'clock. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio 1. What? It's true. A crane came just after 3 o'clock to move the head. We called some people to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story. But wait! What if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio 1. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey, after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Nick, it stopped at 2:15. So just before the murder. 2:15. That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 until after 4. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio 1 at 2:30. See? Goodbye. Mr. Monkey's head added to the court record. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. Sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Alright. Yeah, my throat hurts. I've been going for almost the better part of 3 hours, and this seems like a decent stopping point, so I'm going to wrap up here. So, let's talk schedule. Sunday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, I'm going to try to stream Terra Nil. And then, all goes well, back with more Phoenix Wright 1 week from now, Friday at 6:30 or 7 p.m. We shall see when exactly. The series I was running will return once I get my cast off and can use my hand for mouse things, which is no earlier than the 13th. They'll be putting me into some sort of hinged contraption that week, and I don't know if I'll still be able to use a mouse. We will have to see. But yeah, so it's going to be at least 2 weeks before the regular series return. Alright, so that's it for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!